Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 4 of the Ashton Gate 8. I'm trying to stay pretty consistent with this, and I think we are being pretty consistent, which is quite nice. I'm normally the one who forgets to upload. But I've gone a little bit further into the future now. We're just coming up to the end of October. We've got a couple of games to play. We're going to play Cardiff away and Sheffield Wednesday at home. In terms of talking about how it's going, you can see we're 9th in the league there. Let me just hide that. So we're 9th in the league. It's going quite well. A few good results. There's a lot of injuries happening at the minute, and I feel like everybody is struggling with this in FM24. You literally can't get around it. I mean, I've changed the training schedules from rest to recovery. I've tried everything that you tend to do to try and sort it, and it will not work. But we're going to talk about, first of all, this is where we left you off with the Plymouth game. Obviously, I got the crash stump in that game, but it was a very good game. You got a very good game in the West Brom game, the 2-2. We then went on a bit of a win streak, 3 wins in a row, with 5-0 against Plymouth. Raekwon Nelson was absolutely sensational in that game. If I remember correctly, it was a goal and 2 assists, if we look at him. He is just getting better and better and better and better. But if we look at his form for Bristol, it was 1 goal, 1 assist. Next game, 1 goal, 1 assist, and then he came on against Leeds in a game where we won at Ellen Road. We drew at Ellen Road. I thought we won. No, we didn't. He equalised after Gnonto scored. Raekwon Nelson, though, absolutely epitomises what this Ashton Gate 8 save is about. Young lad, very, very, very young. He's come through the academy here. Is good enough for first team football now. I mean, 2.5 stars of current ability, according to our head of youth development, Lewis Martins, who was 15 and 15. So he's got a pretty good judgment on these players. But yeah, he's just absolutely in impeccable form. I mean, a 7.50 average in the league. I can't get over how well they're playing, to be honest with you. There was again, he scored again, he got the goal and the assist there. You'll see Noel Lopez started popping up with a few goals. Noel Lopez got 2 against Stoke. Sam Bell getting on the score sheet there. The 1-1 against Rotherham was horrible, but then the draw here at Ellen Road was very good. Losing 1-0 to Coventry and then back to winning ways. And Mario Cozy at Dewberry getting his first goal. Another player who we consider to be part of this sort of rebuild, this Ashton Gate 8. Again, he is on the list. Tommy Conway, Sam Bell also on there as well. Tommy Conway is one that we do need to talk about in this episode, and I'm not entirely happy with him. But we're getting to that in a minute. But I mean, look at him. He is getting so much better. He's capped at England's under-20 level now. He wasn't beforehand. If we look at his progress and his attributes of all time, there's a couple of upward arrows there, but it's a very, very small data pool. We are only about 2-3 months into the season. But he's just doing very well. Another player, 1 goal, 1 assist, came in for peanuts from Arsenal and is just getting better and better. But let's look then, and this is pretty much the starting 11 that we use. Doomby is having to play at the moment due to an injury to Cameron Pring, but he's on his way back. Elijah Morrison is another one of the young players we brought through. Look at him; he's getting better. If he was a bit quicker, he'd probably start a lot more, but he's not very quick. We are trying to train that up. Ephraim Yeboah, who has not made a massive impact, but is there or thereabouts. He's sort of on the fringes of the first team. He's getting better. But what we want to talk about is Tommy Conway. You'll see here, he still hasn't scored a goal. A 6.53 average rating is literally the lowest out of this starting 11. I just can't get him firing. I don't know what it is. I don't know. It's saying he's best as an advanced forward. We play him as an advanced forward. He trains as an advanced forward. He's got a very good trait and liking to beat the offside trap. He prefers to be on the right. We're playing him on the right. It's just not happening for Tommy Conway at the minute. I feel like he's just one of those players who's just massively out of form. We've told him several times he needs to book his ideas up, but we only do it when Noel Lopez plays, because Noel Lopez is coming in and scoring goals. Noel Lopez at the moment is injured, so Tommy Conway's having to start. But I don't know whether we need to drop him. I don't know whether we need to look for a new player. I mean, he's he's tall enough. He's 6 foot. He's got good jumping reach. Got very good heading. He's like the mould of striker that I actually really like on this game. He's only 21 as well, so it's a bit of a kerfuffle. We did make a free transfer to bolster the spine. I did mention in the last video I'm not a massive fan of Max O'Leary, and Timo Horn has come in on a free transfer. He's got a couple of years on his deal. He's only 30 years of age, a German under-21 international in his time, played nearly 300 games for Cologne. A very good goalkeeper. Again, at this level, there was a game, I believe it was the Leeds game. He kept us in that for large portions of that game. But I just need to get my head around sort of what we want to do. You can see there's a lot of players who have not even kicked the ball. We did end up bringing Gbamin in, and then he's on quite a hefty wage. He's on 12 grand for a couple of years. He's injured already, and it's just silly. So he'll probably go in the summer straight away. Tom Bayliss is on his way to match sharpness. He is playing for the under-21s to regain fitness. Jesse Lingard's still out. Metmedy is going to be sold. Cornick's going to be sold. Raekwon Nelson. Apologies about that. That's my work phone, because I'm meant to be working, but we don't say anything about that because we'd rather play Football Manager. Anyway, yeah, Tommy Conway is not performing. It's really strange. I don't know what to do. As I say, he is really in the mould of what we like. It's not like he's not getting the chances either. If we look at the data hub, we're actually quite a good performing team. We're not conceding a lot. We're creating a higher percentage of non-penalty XG per game, not 1.37. We struggle within the second half, but I feel like that's because the tactic, although we do drop deep and we do play like a lower line, we are still pressing a lot. So I think what we need to start looking for is players who have got a lot of stamina in them. I think that's why Glenn Rigg plays so well every week. But it's one of them. Look, non-penalty X goals. There's a lot of good stuff. I mean, even defending, we defend very well. The passing looks good, but we don't really make a lot of passes, but the passes we do make are good, and we're winning games and we're scoring goals. So for let's see if we can find it. For Tommy Conway to be struggling as much as he is, that's a lovely little achievement there. But for Tommy to be struggling in the way that he is, it's I mean, look at this. His progressive passes is good, but aerially, lots of headers. Movement's not very good. His passing's not very good. I don't know. I honestly think he's more of a poacher, to be honest with you. Although he's got the work rate and the teamwork to get about the pitch, I might start playing him for this next game against Cardiff. I might play him as a poacher and just see if that gets him on the score sheet. You see there, look, all the rest has turned into recovery, and recovery is actually better than rest. So I'm hoping that curtails the injuries, but it doesn't seem to be. And when you're in the Championship and games come thick and fast, you're literally playing 2 to 3 games a week. You can't be having the injuries. You've only got a 25-man squad. It's not a massive squad. If this was somewhere like Germany, and these games were coming as thick and fast, you'd be fine, because you can literally have like 100 players in your squad. I mentioned a few times in the last video as well, Joseph Asamoah, our set-piece coach. Ignore his personality, it's shocking. But he's got 19 set pieces. He likes the outswinger. He doesn't defend posts. He aims centrally. He kind of like fiddles about and switches it up. And I thought I might still have like some sort of control over the set pieces, but I've had a little look on the tactics tree and I actually don't. If we click on their set pieces, see Joseph Asamoah is literally set to doing everything. So, I mean, if I take control of it, we did have 3 trained. Yeah, these are the 3 we had trained. They're doing quite well with them, but we had an in-swinger at the near post. We had a in-swinger at the far post, and then we had a central in-swinger. Tommy Conway near post, looking centrally there. Look, there's a few taller players in and around the post. I might take control of it for now and just see, because other than the goal that you saw in the, I can't remember what game it was, where we scored off the corner, we've not really we've not really created anything, so I'm going to take control of it and see if we're better at doing the coaching than Joseph is. But we will let Joseph pick who goes where. So just sorting out the lineup for today's game, you'll see there's a lot. Today's game, tomorrow's game. There's a lot of players who are unfit. There's a lot of players that need rotating. I think they're going to try and keep the ball as much as they can. So I think Knight needs to go in there to disrupt them centrally. If they do sit quite deep, we will change it to being. What I'm trying to say, we will change it to being a deep lying playmaker, and we will put Lewis Bate back in there. But for now, I'm happy with this. Real Walters coming in, Rob Dickey starting. Sykes cannot play. We will put Cozier Dewberry in there for now. We'll just see how his fitness goes, because obviously we're only at 9 o'clock Friday morning, so he's got a day basically to recover. Raekwon Nelson can go on the bench for O'Leary, who is not happy at the club, annoyingly. Gardner Hickman, we'll drop him down as well. No, we won't. We'll drop George Tanner down. We'll take George Tanner off the bench, and we will put Sam Bell back in. This is the lineup I actually want to go for, but we need to see what we're chatting fitness wise. The news stories just popped up, and we're going to pay particular attention to every youth player we can. Charlton Blair, who is a 17-year-old leader on the pitch, which is mad. He's got 13 leadership at the age of 17. His contract is up. He's eligible for professional one. He is from Bristol. Do you know what? He's not that bad. If we compare him with Cozier Dewberry, he's pretty much of a muchness. Cozier Dewberry is obviously a year older and is more developed at this stage, but they're quite similar. And Charlton Blair is 6 foot as a winger. He's got 3 goals and 2 assists for the under-18s. I'm going to offer him a professional deal. That's fine. I'm happy with that. We're going to offer him a professional deal. He's got a balanced personality, which is good. I think balanced is fine. We're going to get rid of that. But I think balanced is absolutely fine. Some people will only pick up particular personalities. I think that's absolutely fine. I'm happy with that for now. He's a young player. I don't really care about things like that when they're a young player, because he's not really going to play unless we particularly bring him through, in which case we bring him a new contract anyway. But what is Lewis Martin's got him trading on? His endurance, which I think's fair. I think his physical and his mental stats need improving, and then the technicals will just come as he plays. But, I mean, he's good, you know. He's good. I might keep an eye on him. So I'm just checking. This is scouted players. We don't look at players in range. We only look at scouted players, people who are interested in coming to the club. We really need a proper out-and-out centre-forward. I honestly don't think that... someone like Adam Eder, this is what I'm on about. He's a big lad. He's 6'3". He's very quick. He's pretty much got everything we're looking for. I feel like we need that in a striker, because we're lacking it quite sorely. Can we look at his height in here? So let's say at least 6'2". That's not 5'2". He's at least 6'2". And then if we look at key roles, I don't think this is cheating. I think this is better. I think if you look at it, just normal player search, I think that's a bit naff, because it just shows every player that you've got on your database. I think if you look at it in this context, it's players that you've already scouted. There we go. There's a couple there. Daniel Jebinson, who was actually out of contract, he's shown up a few times. They've obviously signed him to a new deal now, but he was on the recruitment focus for out of contract players. He's playing quite a bit for Sheffield United at the minute. However, I may try and sneak a loan over the line for him. They would take a loan for him in January, and then I'm going to have a little look in the background, see if we can find anybody else. But he did pop up in the contract ones. Is there anybody else in the contract look that's worth looking at? They always bring back Japanese players now. It's mad. Since they've been added to the game, the Japanese players pop up on everything. Marcus Brown's a mad player. He played for Barcelona, didn't he? Play for Arsenal and Barcelona. Was it Marcus Brown? No, I'm thinking of the wrong player, aren't I? No, I'm thinking of the wrong player. He looks alright though, but we definitely do need some reinforcements. Yuya Fukuda can play everywhere. Yeah, I think we need some players as well. Maybe not necessarily as tall as that, but we definitely need some players who have got a lot of teamwork, a lot of stamina, and a lot of work rate. So I might start having a little look in the background at this for the transfer window coming up. Is that? Yeah, I thought it was. So there are a few: Jack Cork, Matt Crooks, Jordan Thompson at Stoke. He's a workhorse, isn't he? Osman KK, Sierra Leonean. A new right back. We do need a proper right back. We don't really have one. Lasse Sorensen's popped up on 2 recruitment focuses, both current ability wise. Again, will work his socks off. These are the type of players we need who have got a little bit about them. Is Osman KK coming out of contract? He is. I thought he was quite cheap. He might be one we can sneak in for. They're saying he doesn't feel comfortable playing in big matches, which is an issue. That's very frustrating because he actually looks quite decent. If we drop it down a little bit, let's go for 14s. Let's see who pops up now. I don't mind taking an older player on board if they fit what we're after. And obviously they're not costing a fortune, but I'm not taking like a 35, 37-year-old on unless they have still got a lot of legs in them. Shane Ferguson, bloody hell, he's been about forever. Who's this guy? Orvar Eggertson. Oh my god, he's 6 foot. Hello. And he can play up front as a pressing forward. He looks absolutely crap, but at the same time, is literally my type of player. Apparently, he's not very strong. That's mad for someone who's 6'4". Not very intelligent, but he's versatile. He likes big matches. He's very consistent. He's good at tackling. He's good in the air. Yeah, central midfielder on defend. Just win the ball back. We need some height in there because, so to be honest with you, I'm probably going to scout him a bit more. I'm going to put. No, I'm just going to let the game assign a scout to him. We do need some height in there because we're severely lacking. I think Rob Dickey's the only big lad in the team. The rest of them are all up to 6 foot. And Ryan Ledson's a player who's popped up a lot of times in our scouting searches. Fun fact: I actually used to live around the corner from Ryan Ledson when I lived back in Liverpool. But yeah, he's someone who's popped up a lot. I like the look of him. Where is he here? He's popped up here. He's down here somewhere. Yeah, Ryan Ledson. He's not played a lot for Preston this season, but I think he's 26. He's in his prime. He's basically a mix between a deep line playmaker and a ball winner, which I quite like. So we might have to scout him a little bit further. Patrick Berner can play everywhere. We're just in the process of sort of finding somebody who can be a proper squad player for us because we're really lacking squad players, and I'm starting to notice it quite significantly now. We're getting a lot of injuries. The squad players really are Nelson, Cullen, James, Wells. They're the squad players. Everyone else, there's so many people who don't play. So we need to be careful. Obviously, we've got Ross McCrory coming back. Legs, yeah, but maybe someone we shift on. Jesse Lingard will probably go at the end of the year. We're in a really weird spot. We're in a weird spot with the squad building. We're kind of imbalanced at the minute, particularly up front. There's a lot of options, but there's not a lot of options because the options we do have aren't fantastic. So we are here at the Cardiff game then. Raekwon Nelson has been passed fit to start, and Cameron Pring apparently has 45 minutes in him. Someone commented on the choppiness of the match engine. It's not like that when I'm watching it, and this is the issue I had and why the series started late. That's the best I can get it to. It's purely the laptop. I am trying to sort it out. I have sort of scouted out a a new gaming laptop, but I'd have to save up a little bit before I can put money down for that. I'm happy with this. Bayless is playing for the under-21 still, so it's fine. There's no point in bringing him in. Noel Lopez is nowhere near ready to play. Cozy Dewberry is a bit tired, so we'll start Nelson and we'll monitor Bell and Conway because I feel like there's a partnership there that's just waiting. It's literally just waiting to come out. It's nearly there. It's so nearly there. But yeah, we're going to play Conway as a poacher. Hopefully that works better. So here we go then. Cardiff against Bristol. The tactics working a bit better, but I still need to tweak a few things. But I'm happy in the short term with it. They're very high, and they seem to be like overloading their right hand side, which is quite funny because we're overloading our left hand side. So I think if we focus play down the right a little bit, I reckon we can get Nelson a lot of joy in this pocket. We're about 10 minutes in, and this is the first actual highlight of the game. This is lovely play. It's Sam Bell, and it's straight at Alnwick. He likes hitting it from distance. So I'm tempted to try and train his long shooting or maybe shooting with power because he's not like a finesse type player. He's not got a lot of technique to him. Sam Bell, I feel like he's a bit wasted because he just cuts in and hits it. So we have been working on throw-ins, by the way. Here's Sam Bell again. Chance to shoot for Sam Bell. Oh, Sam! See, if he just smashes that bottom corner, he's got himself a goal. Funny, that was literally like the exact same highlight in the match focus thing at the start of the game, or like a couple of days before the game. I did tell them to focus on attacking throw-ins and attacking set pieces. Tommy Conway's done awfully against 6.5. I don't know what's up with him, man. I do not know what's up with him. I cannot find a role that suits for him. You just can't see because I'm in the way, but I'm moving off 6.5. He's on. Awful. So it's a deep Cardiff free kick, and they're trying to build with Aaron Ramsey. Yakumiete. Robinson's a good tackle. Ray to Timo Horn, who is a bit better with the ball at his feet, I say, as he gives the ball straight to Robinson, and Cardiff will probably go up the other end and score now. No, he's made a good save. I feel like that's the only the thing I need to look out for. Good tackle, Nelson. Bell to Conway. Raekwon Nelson. Play him. Raekwon. He went backwards. Oh, they're beating the offside trap as well. They're beating it. They've fully beaten that offside trap. Knight's on a 6.5. Conway's on a 6.4. Bell's, he's okay on a 6.6. Raekwon Nelson's on a 6.5. This is poor, to say the least. We do have a corner now, though, and it's one of the ones that we've made. It's whipped in. It's headed away. Raekwon Nelson driving forwards. He's hit the post. Raekwon Nelson on the follow-up. Raekwon Nelson. He's patrolling the edge on every corner. He's a good player. He's a very good player. But you'll see Vyman there. Whips his corner in. It's headed away. Nelson completely unmarked on the edge. Just two unmarked on the edge, really. His first shot's very unlucky. He probably gets the luck he deserves there with the ball bouncing back to him. It's a Cardiff throw just before half-time, and this is sketchy because throw-ins on this game are so overpowered. Rule Walters with a good block there, though. And out for a Cardiff corner. Joe Rawls is going to take it. Every time I see Cardiff, I just think of Calder-Track. Yakumiete. as we headed it away. Guinness to Collins. I'm a bit concerned, but there we go. That's going to be half-time. So, it's against the rival, so I can't really moan. So I'm just going to tell them to relax a little bit. I'm going to change it up because Dumbia is in the trenches fitness-wise, and he's not had a good game. So we're going to bring Pring back in, and we're going to change up Conway again. I think Conway is a target forward on attack, and if we tell the players, if we tell both wingers on this side to cross aim for the target man, and I think then we will start getting Conway some chances because we do actually put like a high percentage of crosses in the box. Jason Knight's not performed as well. We're going to bring Lewis Bate in, and he will be a deep lying playmaker, sort of bringing the ball out. Glenn Ray, 6.9. He's so dependable. I'm so happy with that signing. Raekwon Nelson is knackered, as is Conway and Sam Bell. We'll bring you Bower in for Bell, purely because we're keeping Conway. What the hell? Purely because Conway, at the moment, we're trying to figure out what we need to do with him. But if they're not performing very well, we do have Liam Cullen and Jamie. What am I on about? What's Jamie's surname? Jamie Cullen on the bench if need be. It's a Cardiff free kick, which Perry Ing finds Joe Rawls, and Timo Horn has to use his frame to tip that over the bar. Joe Rawls now. Headed away by Tommy Conway. Here's Callum Robinson. Miete to Rawls. He looked offside, and Timo Horns had to tip it wide. I think he was offside there. I really do think he was offside. Under a bit of pressure at the start of the second half, with Joe Rawls with another corner. Cardiff have obviously worked on this. Headed away by Will Walters. Won back by Lewis Bate, and that'll be the end of the highlight. So Timo Horn. What can you do with the ball at your feet? Lovely little ball to Walters. Oh, why have you give that back to Dickey? He's going to get sent, isn't he? Do you know what? That's an absolutely fantastic challenge from Rob Dickey, to be completely honest with you. I think that's a perfectly good red card. But Ruel Walters, you fucking idiot. I feel like every time I record, they just piss about at the back because they don't do that normally. Well, Conway, you've been awful anyway. I think you need dropping from the team altogether, to be honest. Zach Viner can come in as the centre half, and we'll play Yeboah up front on his own. Raekwon Nelson can come off as well. He's a bit tired. Absolute moron. There's Perry Ing. Blocked by Hayden Roberts. We're going to be missing Rob Dickey for a couple of games now, and do you know what? It's just purely through Walters being a dickhead. Headed away by Glenn Ray. He's there every time. Rolls to Mate, McGuinness, Vyman with the foot in. Well done, Andy Vyman. Not got the legs anymore. Oh, I'm so frustrated with that. Cardiff are piling the pressure on. Good block by Lewis Bate there. Back to Cameron Pring. What a boost it is getting Cameron Pring back. And he's launched it. That's a silly pass. What's he doing? Rolls to Collins. Tete's a big lad. We need to be careful of him. Gotas to Ing. He's going to whip it in, looking for Callum O'Dowda. And Timo Horn makes the save. Cardiff really putting the pressure on now. And you know what? You don't blame them. Bit of a thankless task for Ephraim Yeboah up front on his own here now, as well. As Bate does find him, though. And we say it's a thankless task, but he's done well. He's found Cozy Adubri. What can he make, Cozy Adubri? He's still going. Cozy Adubri! Oh! Off the post! Oh. There we go again. Robinson to Rawls. Back to Collins. Aaron Ramsey to Callum O'Dowd. It's a good touch. And Timo Horn is keeping us in this game. Struggling to meet the pace of the match. No pressure. Joe Rawls again with another corner. Headed away by Lewis Bate this time. We are holding on. Lost the ball in a very silly position again. It was Glenn Ray. McGuinness as Cardiff look to build from the back. Ramsey to Rawls. Rawls through to Atete. Oh, we need to be very careful. Mate to Rawls. Rawls through to Callum O'Dowda. He's had several chances and he's finally got his goal. Ruel Walters has cost us big time in this match, and he will be dropped for the next game because of it. Just a very, very stupid pass where Rob Dickey had to commit a foul, and I will take a point. We will run away with a point here. Another injury, and we don't have any substitutes left to make. This is just silly. This game, they have patched it to death. It's been out for what? The full game? A week maybe? Are we on our third patch? And they still haven't patched the fact that you get an injury at least every other game. Do you know what? I think they've had injury as well because they've taken someone off. And there's 10 minutes added on. It's just silly. It's just silly. 18 fouls we've committed as well. Do you know what? They've had 2 injuries. Insane. I knew it. I knew he was going to kick it into the middle of the park. The goalkeepers, I don't know if it's the tactic I'm doing. I didn't see it once on the early access. The keepers just sort of flump the ball into the middle of the park. Like, kick the fucking ball. They just sort of chip it into the middle of the park. Ramsey to Callum Robinson. Timo Horns had to make a save. They're going to nick it, you know. I know they're going to nick it. Oh my God, he didn't save it. It's a goal kick. Jesus Christ. We're trying to nick it. We're trying to nick it at the death. And Ruel Walters, that would have been the most undeserved goal of all time. It really would have been. Oh, at least Alnwick can kick the ball. I might have to sign him. He can kick the ball, lads. Yeboah. Surely this is just the end of game highlight. It's got to be the end of game highlight. Atete. Win it back. Yeah, he does. Full-time whistle. 1-1. Ruel Walters. Pack your bags and get back to Arsenal, son. So, somewhat luckily, Cozy Adubri is out for 2 months. We're going to have to take it at this time. Do you know what, though? I'm not going to appeal against that. Ruel Walters is getting dropped. Do you know what, though? Do you know the fact that that he's injured? I think that opens up a space for Charlton Blair, who, don't get me wrong, isn't the best. He really isn't. But I think physically and mentally, I mean, his technique's decent as well. I think this opens up an opportunity for Charlton Blair. I really do. We're just going to criticise Tommy Conway. We're going to try and make it as nice as possible. I can improve. I'm glad you understand. Okay. That went quite well. He's improving as well, though. It's really strange. Really strange, his dropping form, man. So I think for the next game, we're probably just going to go back to the 4-2-3-1 and see how we get on with that. What I did notice, we're going to change it up to an actual fullback on the right-hand side. But I think because we're telling the keeper not to distribute it to anyone, I think if we take off distribute quickly on, and then what is his best? Is he kicking or throwing? He can kick a ball, and he's got decent enough vision. And he's got very good throwing. I think if we tell him to distribute it quickly, but to throw it long, and to throw it to the flanks, I think that's how we get the best out of Timo Horn. The tactic is working, but at the same time, it's really not working. You've seen the good and the bad of it. And at the minute, I'm more inclined to say there's a lot more bad than good. And coming into the December fixture schedule in the Championship, You need to be on it because you can very, very quickly find yourselves down there. We're in ninth at the moment. We're there or thereabouts. We're just underneath the playoff spots. I think if we can turn our fortunes around and perform well in December, come January, it looks like we're getting Jefferson in. Obviously, we're getting Aviez over the line from Inter Miami. A few players back into fitness. We can sell a few players, jig a few things around. I think we'll be in better stead. So we've had to cancel the Daniel Jebinson transfer because they wanted 2.5 million up front to bring him in. So we'll wait until January. He'll probably get loan listed then, and we'll try again for him. Here we are then, Sheffield Wednesday, again at Ashton Gate. We always seem to be at Ashton Gate. Horn, we're going back to the 4-2-3-1. Weiman's playing as the shadow striker. We've got Horn, Tanner, Viner, Roberts, Pring, Ray, Bate, Raekwon Nelson, Weiman, Bell and Conway. Charlton Blair makes the bench, so I will bring him on. Hopefully it's while we're winning. Tomato should be winning. I have faith in you. I'm looking you to give us the edge. Come on, Tommy. He's always composed, but he never seems to feckin' do anything. As Sheffield Wednesday get us underway. Sheffield Wednesday, again, another team who are down there. They're 19th in the league. They're a whole 10 places below us. So, hopefully, the change in formation. They've got some good players. Iago Falque and fucking Hinchelwood. They've got some good players straight away there. But hopefully the change in formation just helps us out a little bit. We, instead of exploiting the flanks, we're trying to overlap, which is why we've brought George Tanner in, because he is more of an out-and-out fullback than an inverted fullback, and every one of the other fullbacks we had are inverted fullbacks, so Tanner has to play. Plus Real Walters is an absolute weapon. So throwing on this side, which Cameron Pring will take. Here's Andy Weiman, swings it in for Raekwon Nelson with the header, dropped by Davis, and Sheffield Wednesday get the ball away as Nelson is tracking him back the entire way, and George Tanner's there. That's nice. We have spoke about George Tanner saying that we don't like him, but if he performs well here, he might keep his place. Bait to Bell. We're sticking with the highlight as Bell switches it out to Nelson. This is good football. Raekwon Nelson's ball. Come on, Tommy! Tommy Conway! Oh! Wide. Corner kick to Bristol. Andy Weiman will take. Swings it into the far post where Zach Viner's under it. It's cleared away. Falls back to Nelson. Ball back into the box for Zach Viner! And it's tipped wide. Oh, it's tipped wide. We're going to stick with it. Another corner coming in. Andy Weiman. Changing up this time. It's cleared away by Diaby. Knocked back across and tipped over the bar for another corner. We're keeping the pressure on. But these corners are much better. They're a lot more dangerous. Andy Weiman again to take. Swings it over. Keeper this time comes out to claim. It's another corner. We are coming thick and fast with the corners, aren't we? Weiman delivers. Header. It was the bar. Roberts hits the bar. Lewis Bate. Roberts. That'll probably be the end of the highlight, won't it? Viner. Forward to Andy Weiman. Falls for Tommy Conway. Goes for goal. No. Oh, you can tell he's so out of form. He's snatching at chances as well. Half chances, he's going for it. It's not really working out on this side for Sam Bell. You can see well, you can't see. He's dropping between like a 6.6 and a 6.5, like consistently. Well, here he is now. What can he do with that? He just loses straight away. Straight away loses the ball. He's not performing. So many players, so inconsistent. As Falque, Hinchelwood, Freeman, Fuenzalida, Iago Falque, he can hit them, and he's absolutely rattled the post with that one. So inconsistent, this team. Honestly, look, 6.5s across the board. There's a couple of consistent players, and that's it. Right now, goes short to Raekwon Nelson. That's a great first touch. And the goalkeeper makes a save. Nelson's looking dangerous. He's looking the most dangerous, so I'm probably going to tell us to focus play down that side. Throw in for Sheffield Wednesday. Goes back to Palmer. Hinchelwood, Palmer. Davis. Going to pump it long, and we need to win this header, which Viner does, picked up by Raekwon Nelson. Ray. Lewis Bate. I hate it when we start playing football from the back because we cannot do it. Pring to Bate, back to Roberts, back to Pring. Ball forward for Bell. This is nice. Bell can slip it through. Andy Vyman's gone in. He's not got the pace. He's not got the pace at all. Here's the free kick from the resultant offside. Just Hinshelwood short to Palmer. Iago Falque. Hinshelwood looking long. Pring does well. Hayden Roberts. Bate. Pring. Good running. Good running by Cameron Pring. There's a cross on if he wants it. He's looking into the box for Tommy Conway. Every single ball in is just stupidly floated. Stop it. Whip your crosses, man. Just a crap half. And they're not even playing badly. They're not playing badly. Just crap, stupid decision making. Right, well, Vyman's knackered, so he's going to have to come off. Jason Knight can come on. Sam Bell is tired, but he's okay for now. I need to tell Cameron Pring to put the ball onto Tommy Conway's head, to be honest with you. The only change at half-time then was Jason Knight coming on for Andy Vyman. We'll keep an eye on Bell. I don't think Conway's performed all too badly, to be honest. I really don't. As Bell tries to get a ball over, it's going to be headed away by James. Picked up by Freeman. They look to counter us, but Tanner's there. Knight to Nelson. Come on. Lewis Bate with a free kick. Oh! It's not a bad one, you know. Right, Cameron Pring deep in our half, short to Hayden Roberts. Back to Pring. Here's Sam Bell. Driving forward and finding Jason Knight. Out to Tommy Conway. He can slip in Raekwon Nelson, and he does! And it's a good save again by Vasquez. Good play by Conway. I think he's having a good game. This could be a turning point in his season if he performs well. Cameron Pring to take the corner. Swings it in. Pushed away. Nelson back to it. Ray. It's going to be the end of highlights, isn't it? He's got nowhere to go. Finds Roberts. Yeah, end of highlight. Right, Roberts again. Pring has made that run, and Roberts doesn't try and find him, but he goes in field nicely to Ray. Ray out to Pring. Can Pring deliver? He's got a chance to do it first time. It's Tommy Conway. He doesn't win his header. Tanner. Ball across, son. And Jason Knight scores. Come on. 1-0 Bristol. Totally deserved. Tommy Conway's having a good game. He scores this game. He's scored in this game, I'm telling you. Right, we've got an immediate highlight. I'm just looking at sort of how people are getting on. Lewis Bate is fully fit, but he's not having a good game in the slightest. So we may have to take him off. We've got a couple of options, but nothing amazing. But Tanner heads that away. Hinshelwood. Iago Falque. It's the second shot of the game. It's Falque again, and it's tipped wide brilliantly by Timo Horn. Corner to come in. George Tanner's had a great game, by the way. Freeman with the corner. Headed away by Ray, only as far as Bannon. Good tackle, Raekwon. And Raekwon Nelson can help us break, but Barry Bannon getting back with a big tackle. I've seen enough. I think we need to make a few changes here. So a couple of changes made just purely to get him in his preferred position. Charlton Blair is going to come on the right. Ephraim Yeboah is coming on as the inside forward on the left. And Taylor Gardner-Hickman's going to do his first game in central midfield, and we'll see how he gets on there. And immediately, Pringer's got to throw in. Knight now. He's had a good game, Jason Knight. Here's Hayden Roberts. Does well to find Viner. There's a ball into the middle of the park, but Viner's going to carry it for some bizarre reason and go wide. Okay. Here's Cameron Pring. Down the line looking for Ephraim Yeboah. He'll have a chase on, and he doesn't get there, but he kept the pressure up. He's done enough, I think. Devis is going to launch it long looking for Johnson. Tanner away. Gardner-Hickman. He's a big boy, isn't he, Gardner-Hickman? Charlton Blair. Here's our first chance to see the young lad. And do you know what? That's not a bad cross, and Tommy Conway connects with it. That's a good cross by the young lad. Barry Bannon, deep free kick, looking for Johnson again. It's headed away by Tommy Conway. Diaby. Here's James. Barry Bannon. Oh, get rid of it. Headed away by Viner. James. And that is good pressing out there by Charlton Blair. Hinchelwood. Out wide to Fuenzalida. Closed down by Yeboah. Hinchelwood again. This is good pressing, you know. As they keep the ball. Oh, for God's sake. 1-1. They kept the ball well. And there's not really a lot we could have done there. I'm going to bring Pring off purely because he's knackered and bring Dumbier on. That's a good goal, really. There's not an awful lot we could have done about that. It's only their fourth shot, second shot on target. There's still something in it for us. There's definitely still something here for us. I think we were just a bit unlucky there. Got caught napping, really. Blair to Ray. They're making us play like the home team, and that's not how we like to play. We like playing like the away team. Across to Dumbier. Gardner Hickman's positioning's all over the place. There's Dumbier. Down the line for Ephraim Yeboah. What can he do? Ephraim Yeboah gets his shot away. It's tip wide for another corner. This must be about our 15th corner of the game, you know? That's what I'm on about. We're not tall enough. We're not tall enough to win these headers. And Gardner Hickman's one of the tallest, and he's taking it. It's taken by the goalkeeper. It's just a shit corner, isn't it? Off the throw-in. There's Jason Knight. He's going to have a go, isn't he? And it's blocked. Of course it's blocked. These throw-ins, man, they're a bit strange on this one. There just seems to be a chance off every throw-in on the game, which Hickman's going to take another corner. Stop taking shit corners. They're all crowding the near post. And Gardner Hickman has gone to the far post. And James has cut it out for another corner. Who's taking this one? This is going to be Dumbier, the left back. Swings it in. Viner's flicked header over the bar, and the chance has gone. And a deep free kick lofted in. Again, Sheffield Wednesday, look, they're trying to counter us, you know. They're trying to catch us out. James on the ball has found Bannon. One back by Charlton Blair. Go on, lads. There's a lot of space ahead of him. Oh, he didn't have the bollocks to go. And Jason Knight's lost it very poorly. Very, very poorly, Jason Knight. Very poor. Diaby to James. There's a ball through, which Roberts deals with well. Here's Timo Horn. Going along, looking for Tommy Conway. Can he win his header? He can. Nice. Yeboah. Good first touch from Ephraim Yeboah. There's an overlap on, but he uses his pace to get in behind and whips in across. And Charlton Blair! Oh, Charlton Blair at the back post. He is quite tall. He's 6 foot. He's a tall winger. He wins his header, gets it on target, but this goalkeeper, I mean, we've had next year 3. We should have scored at least another one in this match. Right, time is ticking away here. We're still very much the better team, and I feel like we're getting a bit unlucky, to be honest, because we're making chances still, but we're just not finishing them. Tanner's found Charlton Blair, goes back to George Tanner. He's had a great game, the right back. Viner to Tanner. Viner. Got to be careful here. Back to Tanner. Not the right pass. There was a pass on to Ray. There you go. Now Charlton Blair. What can he do? He's going to skip away from 2 and whip a nice early ball in for Tommy Conway. Ooh. Lovely football. Again, Charlton Blair gets round his man and gets a good cross in. But the cross is just too high. And Conway can't get his header down on target. So 88th minute, we have got a throw in. Conway to Dumbier. Back to Tommy Conway. Brings it down. Tommy Conway! Get in! What did I say? No, you piece. Oh. It's been disallowed. I cannot believe that. Oh my God. Don't do it. Don't you do it yet. Good. Oh my God. How frustrating. Would have been his first of the season. It would have been a winner. He's performed so well in this match. He really has. And that's the end of the game. That is so unlucky. I'm not going to moan at them because they're unlucky. The keeper made an absolute plethora of saves. Davis Vasquez. I'm going to sympathise with them. And Tommy Conway. And I need to say to him, he played well. He seems pleased. Yeah, we need to nurture him because he's performed well there. I don't think he was offside, I really don't. But there's not really a lot we can do about it now. I'm going to leave the episode there. Thank you very much for watching. I'm going to probably play up until some point in December. Obviously, the games are thick and fast in the Championship, so a lot could happen between now and then. But we're going to see the state of play in episode 5 coming into the January transfer window. But thank you very much for watching and take care. We'll see you all next time.